Today we're getting into episode 8 of Potomac. We are finally back from this 2-week break, and honestly, this break was needed for me because it's really hard to get up here and review a boring show every week. So I needed the break. I'm refreshed. I'm back. We were still a little boring, but I low-key missed Potomac just a little bit. Now, we come into the new year still in Austin. We're on our 3rd episode in Austin. I don't understand it. This is like the cheapest, most low budget trip. And they have like the most episodes on this trip. I don't get it. They're not even doing anything but playing bingo, kayaking, and painting. So they start with Giselle and Ashley trying to do the painting thing again. If y'all remember, they had already tried to paint in a previous episode, but the girls started questioning Robin. She had a meltdown. They never got to it. So they're trying the painting thing again. And while Giselle and Ashley is setting that up, the rest of the ladies are at the pool. Mia and Nneka and Robin are talking, and Mia brings up this shrine situation with Wendy again. And this is, when Nneka finally starts talking, because any other time we don't hear her. And she claims she has more information that she has not given. We don't care. We don't care. Talk about yourself. We, the audience, are over this whole shrine situation. We don't care what other information you have. We're done. Talk about something else. Now, Wendy, Karen, and Candiace are at the bar. And Wendy is talking about how her mom is in the hospital and she's undergoing this procedure. And that's why when Nneka talked about her mom, she got so emotional. Now, Wendy was dragging it. It was only like a 10-minute procedure and honestly didn't sound that serious.
How long is the procedure?
What is wrong though? If you don't mind.
She woke up with just extreme pain
In her tummy?
Is
it like appendix?
I don't know. We don't know what it
appendix?
is. So they are doing something where they take a camera
Microscopic.
or something like that,
Yeah,
so they
right.
could take pictures and see
Okay,
what it is.
And Candiace disagreed as well.
What Wendy is dealing with her mom is upsetting. But that is separate from Nneka and her attacks about the shrine. And I don't think it's fair to conflate the two.
Now, I agree with Candiace. I get what she's saying. But the way she's going about the whole situation, not just this part, the whole situation, she's going about it as if she believes in Nneka. And that's very weird to me. I haven't forgotten that she referred to Wendy's mom and her family as those shrine people. So I don't quite understand why she's going about this as if she believes what Nneka is saying. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel like Candiace is like being a good friend to Wendy? I personally don't. And I think Wendy would have had her back 100% if the roles were reversed. So they start painting. They all paint Karen and they all look a mess. To me, the best ones were Wendy.
I like it.
I got your mole with the 2 pieces of hair coming out. It's on the wrong side.
Wendy, that's painful to pull out.
And maybe Giselle's. But did y'all catch that Giselle spelled triple wrong on her pants?
So, here we go.
So Robin and Karen have a nice little moment. She's taking the other half of the pie out of the freezer, or whatever that means. And for Karen's birthday, they give her a pie instead of a cake. Now, if I was Karen, I would be pissed. This is your 60th birthday. You are the triple 20. She was acting like this was her best birthday ever. I would have personally been pissed. So Ashley sets up a drag show for them to go to. Now, this is the show where we saw all of these clips circulating on social media before the season aired, where Wendy had on that blue bodysuit and she was strutting, she was doing her walk, and Nneka was in the back hating. That's kind of where the hate for Nneka started, because at that point we realized that they were going to be against each other. And I just want to say that I hope that bodysuit is retired in 2024. Wendy looked amazing. Everybody who wore it pretty much looked good, but I just don't want to see it no more. So before the show, they go to dinner first. This is where Ashley and Candiace go at it because Ashley is wondering why Candiace was so emotional about Robin's situation, given everything she had said on Twitter about her. Valid. I've been saying the same thing. I feel like the audience has been saying the same thing as well. She was basically saying, like, the energy in person does not match the energy on Twitter, girl. You be in person crying and wondering why you and Robin are friends. Then you get on Twitter and you light her up. But Candiace pretty much dismissed her. She didn't want to talk about it.
The remorse in the car and your actions in the past just don't align.
Okay, I'm getting coffee now.
I'm not addressing you anymore.
You can dismiss me all you want.
Yes,
the difference between you and me is
Yeah.
I say it to the group and you say it to the internet.
So they get into it a little bit, and that was the part we saw in the preview.
Do you understand that I'm not speaking to you about it anymore?
Why? I don't
And if you want to continue to talk, you can talk to my ass.
Then let me see that ass while you walk
through
away.
talking to you.
Give me a view of that
You
ass.
don't put me out of
I'm not trying to put
My
you
ass.
out, but don't
You
dismiss
just
me,
asked me to leave.
because you're dismissing
Don't
me in
dismiss me.
conversation.
So then Wendy asked Robin what her thoughts were about the situation since Candiace didn't want to say anything. And instead of Robin addressing Candiace, she turned and talked to Ashley and started talking about it. But she was talking about Candiace. So Candiace started talking to Robin, and then they got into it.
What she did is unforgivable because I would never.
Robin, what did I do?
I would never go on a public platform.
If you're going to speak about
and
me,
continually
tell me what I
trash
did.
someone.
Candiace brings up the fact that she did DM Robin and asked her if they were cool or if she was mad at her or something, and Robin never responded.
When I asked you if you were mad at me, you ignored me.
Now, was this before or after you dragged her on social media? Because if it was after, what kind of stupid question is that? And if it were before, what reason would she have to be mad at you if you didn't do anything? So, Robin states that she doesn't think that people should use social media to drag each other. But they have a whole podcast, so that's weird to me. And it upsets Candiace because she feels like it's hypocritical and the line is always moving.
None of us should use social media to weaponize against each other.
Okay, but it's okay to weaponize against me and my husband. The rules can't change because it's social media. The line is always moving.
Okay.
She's right, but at the same time, these are the people you want to be friends with. Like she even said in this episode, there's still hope for me and Robin. So at the end of the day, these are people you're trying to be friends with. So it's kind of hard for me to take her seriously. And also, I don't understand why she's so upset with Robin but has nothing to say to Giselle. So Robin gets up and leaves. Robin has just been having a rough time on this trip. Everyone makes Robin the victim when she leaves. And I find this really interesting that Ineka speaks on the situation in her confessionals and she feels like Candiace is wrong.
All Robin's looking for is for Candiace to take ownership of something instead of blaming and pointing the finger at somebody else. But she can't even admit that she did anything.
So I think that's funny because she's in her confessionals defending Robin against Candiace, and Candiace is in her confessionals defending Ineka against Wendy. So Candiace wants these girls to be her friends so bad they don't see it for her. She refuses to be loyal to the person actually being her friend, aka Wendy. You keep defending these girls and they don't like you. So Robin has walked off. She calls Juan. I don't know why she called Juan. And he starts yelling at her again.
Just listen, Robin, just listen. Just listen to her. Just hear what she got to say. Just be the biggest person once.
Now this time he tells her she should talk to Candiace and hear her out. And Robin hung up on him this time. But is anybody else confused? Because the first time he was yelling at her, he was like, why are you entertaining this? Why are you explaining yourself? Why are you this? Now this time he yelling at her and saying, you need to listen to them. You need to hear them out. Is anybody else confused? But yeah, Robin, she wasn't trying to hear that. And she actually hung up on him.
Just do that.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Hold up. What you mean?
I'll talk to you later.
drag show. Mia, Wendy, Nneka, Karen, and Ashley get on stage. They all do their walks. Nneka is hating big time on Wendy, as if she did any better. Even Ashley did better than her. And if she stay on this show long enough, mark my words, the Green Eye Bandits will turn on her. And she's gonna look so stupid. And I can't wait to see how she handles it. So the episode ends there at the drag show. They had a pretty good time. And we are finally done with Austin. So next week, they didn't really give us much in this preview. We find out Juan went to another hotel. And Mia has a breakdown about something. So yeah, the preview didn't give us much. I hope that don't mean that it's gonna be boring, but I wouldn't be surprised. So far this season has pretty much been about Robin. That's probably why it's so boring. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that in the comments down below. Stay happy, healthy, and all of that good stuff, and I will see y'all in my next video.